Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Surprise Guest with Pia Arcangel, and sabay-sabay nating malalaman kung sino ang guest natin today. Ito yung clues na natanggap ko for the day. First clue is lights, camera, action. Okay, so that means nasa, I guess, TV or film industry. Roses are blank, violets are blue. So it should be roses are red, violets are blue. And then the next clue, remove, ignore, delete. And ang ating last clue, best film and best director sa katatapos lang ng Metro Manila Film Fest. Oh wow, is our surprise guest Direk Mikhail Red.
Hello.
Hi, Direk.
Hi, Miss Pia. Hello.
Oh wow, it's so nice to meet you, Direk.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Okay ba yung clues? Roses are black. Sabi ko, ano ba dapat? Roses are red.
Obvious, yeah.
Obvious naman. Uy, Direk, first of all, congratulations on your recent victory. I just saw yung article. Ang dami yung nakuhang awards. More than 5. Tama ba sa Film Fest?
7 and 8 if you count yung Star of the Night ni Nadine.
Wow. Uy, syempre counted ang Star of the Night.
Yes.
Importante rin yung Star of the Night. Wow, congratulations, Direk. Was this something that you expected?
Syempre, we're all surprised. We weren't even supposed to be an MMFF entry when we made this film. Walang ganun na intention, pero nung nag-submit kami for the last 4 films, yun, nung nalaman namin na nakapasok, big bonus plot twist na yun for us. And then now na medyo ang dami nanonood and ang taas na ng box office plus yung awards, bonus na lang lahat yun. Kasi kami, we were very happy just to make a genre movie, no? Ngayon na post-pandemic. Good to be back na making films.
When you said, Direk, na wala kayong intention for this to be a film fest entry, what did you have in mind? Wala lang, just for commercial release ng regular season, ganun?
Well, ako, when I make my movies, talagang, if I have a story to tell and then I partner with the right actors and studios who want to collaborate, and then yung parang distribution, that's something na, we decide after whether parang theatrical, streaming, ganun. And big parang surprise for us nga yung Metro Manila Film Festival kasi yun nga, malaking platform siya na mapapanood ng maraming Filipino. And lalo na ngayon na parang revenge viewing, no? Lahat ng tao gusto na bumalik sa cinemas. Ang ganda ng turnout and we're all surprised na it's doing so well. Lalo na for an R-rated horror movie in Christmas, no?
Would you say, Direk, na parang, I guess, blessing in disguise nga that you ended up being a film fest entry?
Definitely, no? Parang this probably will be my most watched movie, no? Nag-participate now in other festivals, pero first time ko sa MMFF and we're all excited. And, every day we've been seeing reactions and nagva-viral siya, nagta-trending, non-stop, everyday trending. So, ang ganda na nag-connect kami with the audience.
Direk, pwede mo bang ikwento sa amin, just a brief synopsis of Deleter? Kasi I've seen the reviews. I haven't had the chance to watch it, but I've seen reviews. And yung feed ko sa Facebook and sa Instagram, it's all reviews ng movie. And the things they say about it, parang wala pa akong nakitang criticism. It's all praise for the movie. Tapos meron na siyang tumatak sa akin, to put it mildly, sabi niya mind-blowing. Pero yung totoong word, hindi ko masabi yung yung totoong word, mind-effing. So, can you give us a brief synopsis?
Yeah, the leader centers on Lyra, who works as a content moderator. So, parang she has to view all the things that are uploaded online sa social media platforms and she has to choose which ones to delete. So, sila yung mga internet censors, bali mga first line of defense natin or frontliners ng internet. So, lahat ng horrifying videos na hindi pwede makita ng public, sila yung nakakakita nun. And she deletes one specific video that causes things to happen and something starts to haunt her, no? Her past and parang this vengeful presence. So if you want to know what that is, panoorin nyo. Nag-co-write kami ng younger brother ko, si Nicholas Red, dun sa screenplay. Pero the idea is really, parang yung fascination and parang interest dito sa very secretive, halos shadowy occupation na to, na not a lot of people know about them, know that they exist, no? Itong mga moderators. And since the parang explosion of social media and the internet age, no, someone has to do this job. So there have been interviews, no, and articles on them, pero very rarely pa sila na feature like in a genre fictional film, no. So it's good na a movie like this can reach a bigger audience. So, na-explore natin yung subject and at the same time, na-entertain natin yung mga tao and it looks like everyone's enjoying the film.
When you finally got the chance to see the finished product, kasi diba minsan, diba, when it's a project na parang you feel very passionately about, yung ibang tao naiiyak sila when they finish the product. What was your reaction po nung nakita niyo na yung finished product?
Actually, iba yung experience when you're making it, no, and editing it kasi it's like I've seen it like 200 times na. No, like every layer, no, from sound design to color to editing, even visual effects, like paulit-ulit actually. As a horror filmmaker, no, you reach a point where you need the reaction of the audience, diba, to know na is this effective as a scare. Kasi ikaw, na parang the bells and whistles and everything behind the magic trick, no, of a scare.
Oo.
So watching it for the first time ng premiere with the audience parang screaming and na-record namin yung mga reactions na with CCTV cameras, no. Nag-viral pa nga yun online eh. And I think that's what piqued yung interest ng mga tao. It was parang music to my ears yung mga screams nila. No, parang gano'n.
Dapat pala sabay tayo manood, Direk, para may music to your ears.
Para siya,
Kasi matatakotin ako.
roller coaster ride.
Oh, okay. Pero Direk, do you have mga parang people that you like to test your clips on? Yung parang papakita mo isang clip, may papakita mo sa, I don't know, kaibigan mo or kakilala mo?
Siguro yung isa sa quickest is yung sa girlfriend ko. Like I just show it to her habang nag-edit ako sa frame ayo. And siguro yung next, minsan pinapakita ko sa mga filmmaker friends ko. Although syempre iba mindset ng filmmaker, they're always trying to parang instead of just enjoying the magic trick na you're trying to figure out paano ginagawa. So iba yung audience reaction talaga sa people who are in the industry or sa craft, no, iba yung perspective. So ako tinatry ko na diverse na yung group na tinatanong ko. Minsan may mga high school friends ako na outside of the film industry, iba rin perspective nun.
So you make it a point na hindi lang puro mga film critics talaga or people from the film industry ang makakakita ng samples mo, sample clips or work in progress.
I mean, definitely, no? I mean, iba na taste mo if you've seen like thousands of films versus an average person who, watches a certain number of films a year. And syempre, that represents like a bigger parang part of the audience. So syempre, you want it to be effective to a lot of people, especially genre movie, no? You're working with certain parameters in a genre na may expectations rin yun. So you have to make sure lang na effective siya sa audience. So we hope nag-work and parang so far so good na nagka-climb yung viewership na everyday dumadami yung cinema. So ang exciting and unexpected actually for a horror movie na MMFF. I think the last time that happened parang years ago na eh. So exciting. At least alam natin na umiiba na rin yung metrics, yung viewing habits sa mga tao. Siguro yung taste trend after the pandemic, 2 years at home, people kept watching Netflix and then na-expose tayo sa mga international streamers. And then nakita ko rin Gen Z is out full force, no? So this type of film na it deals with viral images na you have to sift through at a very quick pace, no? Yun yung job ni Lyra. Bagay siya sa yung attention span of the TikTok generation and all
Mabilis.
that. So parang we connected siguro with the audience na maybe normally who wouldn't even go out to see an MMFF film. They picked the liter for their parang film of the festival, no? So they went out to see it and then very rewatchable rin yung horror. Like you will watch it with one group of friends and then the second time you watch it na ibang set of friends, you know where the scares are coming. So titingnan mo reactions nila, no? Parang ito na yung part na yun, 'di ba? Parang excited ka to parang be with them when it happens and then ikaw may ka na, parang the trick na. So parang it's such a fun experience and we're very happy na even though may heavy subject matter siya, it's also entertaining and I think yun yung perfect combo, no, if you can like win some awards and recognition, no, may kahit papaano may merit, may subtext yung story mo, pero it's also a hit, no, with the general audience. That's a dream, no, for any filmmaker or storyteller.
Yung experience working with Nadine Lustre, what was it like? Was it your first time to work together?
Yes, my first time working with Nadine and Viva. So really great collaboration and very happy with our first parang result with this film. Well, Nadine, I always say nga, very talented and technical, and she has the experience to handle this genre. No? It's such a challenging genre to do horror. You need to have very vivid imagination kasi you're reacting to something that's not in the shot with you, di ba? And she's reacting to a computer screen. So you don't have parang yung energy or yung chemistry to bounce off another actor, unlike a drama or romance, no? So you need to imagine, you need to know what the director needs, no? So she understands film language, craft. She watches horror movies, so she has, yung taste na yun, yung sophistication. So, perfect siya for horror, and I hope she does more genre movies kasi nakikita yung versatility niya eh, di ba? Like,
Oo.
she can do romance, pero eto she can do even different genres. And very psychological yung film, yung character niya, mas internal yung struggle, di ba? Kasi as a content moderator, you have to be numb, apathetic na parang dapat sanay ka na, no, sa violence and horror. So everything she does, mannerisms na lang eh. Naglilik yung emotion through the shaking of your fingers, yung galaw ng mata niya. That's very hard to do, no? Yung restrained acting. Hindi yung over-the-top high drama, no? Na yung you usually expect from like best actress, di ba? Sa kanya mas restrained and subtle. So that's very challenging to get yung balance na yan right.
Was the role made for her or meron kayong ibang naisip and then it just all fell into place? Na si Nadine bigla yung naging si Lyra.
When I work with Viva, syempre, di ba, Viva artist dapat. And perfect na agad si Nadine. Parang yung everything eh. Yung look niya, syempre yung age range ng character, and yung sensibilities, parang perfect na agad. And skill level, di ba? Experience. Plus yung pull niya to really bring an audience to go see a film na hindi typical horror, no? Parang medyo mas psychological. So, parang perfect combination talaga yung buong collaboration na to, the studio that gave us like creative freedom to do this type of film. Nadine, the perfect actress for the role of Lyra, and parang icon na rin siya, di ba? Even for the youth. So parang everything came together perfectly lang, and then MMFF as the platform to show it. So yeah, we're really happy na parang perfect storm siya of timing and opportunity. So very grateful, no? It's such a privilege to be making films at a time like this rin na parang slowly bumabalik pa lang yung industry.
Sabi mo kanina, Direk, parang the youth was a big part of your audience. Surprising ba yan na malaking bahagi ng audience nyo yung younger age?
Definitely, no? Tech savvy sila eh. They can pirate things. They can, use video on demand, diba?
Oo nga, no? Hindi na sila sanay pumunta sa sinehan.
I mean, lalo na coming from a pandemic. Pero baka yun rin yung point na they missed yung friends nila from school, ganun. And then, bonding yung parang you need to survive the film eh. Together, di ba? May ganun na feeling. It's an experience. And then parang parang communal, no? May community within the theater na may chorus of screams, and then someone screams too early na trick siya ng jump scare, and then people react and laugh. So it's not just fear, pero may release of emotion siya. May escapism within the film. So that's yan yung fun factor. And then hopefully yung mga ideas and scenes and yung subject matter stays with you rin. And then you get curious about the subject, maybe even research about it more. So parang I hope na may ganun, may layers siya na you can peel back, no? Depende if you just want to enjoy it or if you want to go deeper, no? It's the type of film na a lot of people can appreciate.
Pero Direk, do you always try and target younger audiences? I mean, even with your previous films, kasi like for example, Direk, yung Dead Kids, ay nako, grabe, gustong-gusto yun ng anak ko and yung mga pinsan niya, super favorite nila. When it first came out, talagang sabi na, Mommy, you have to watch Dead Kids. Sabi ko, pang bata ba yan? Or pang age ko ba yan? And sabi na, basta, you have to watch it. So, yun ba talaga yung target ninyo? Or it just so happens na they too enjoy the same films?
Iba-iba, no? Like, very diverse yung filmography namin in the sense na I like to try different things and I like to have fun in the process. So early on, I made very experimental short films na Cinemalaya, rin ako, filmmaker. I started very independent films and eventually nag-streaming and studios rin kami. Pero I think Siguro naturally napupunta rin dun yung storytelling namin because me and my team, not just me, no, even my younger brother who edits and co-writes, my cousin, yung mga cinematographer, AD, even my producer is younger than me.
Wow.
Si Jason, line producer namin na dati intern lang from Erie, and then we trained her, and then now she's producing, and then big hit yung first film niya, so we're really proud of her. And yung team namin were pretty young, so baka natural lang na we tell stories that are relatable to us, feels more genuine, and siguro parang you play your strengths. Like, what is the story that you can tell na other more experienced or veteran filmmakers are less connected to, di ba? Parang play your strengths, write about what you know, ganun. So baka nagkakataon na yung films namin happen to connect with a younger audience na slowly nagiging bigger, sila na yung purchasing power ngayon to buy tickets, no? So parang ang interesting lang na we get to tap that parang ang audience base, and siguro rin yung mga subject matter and premise namin are very click sa kanila, na very intriguing, and siguro hip, may ganun siya na layer and look, and certain polish rin siguro, and yung aesthetics and yung visual language feels more energetic, may ganun na appeal. Pero that's not our intention na parang gawa tayo movie that just for the
Na
youth,
for
no?
the
Parang
young ones.
yeah, we made thrillers. In fact, yung Eerie, 'di ba? Si Bea Alonso and si Ma'am Charo, 'di ba? Even though it's set in a school, I made films like Neo Manila and Birdshot na medyo gritty crime thrillers. So baka nagkakataon lang na they respond well dun sa types of genres na ganito.
So sabi mo your team is actually some of them younger pa than you. Direk, ikaw very young din. You're not yet even in your 30s, 'di ba, Direk? Tama ba?
Actually, 31. So yung
31
last,
na.
I
Okay.
just turned 31 this month.
Ay, happy birthday, Direk.
Last calendar number.
Pero Direk, you started at a very early age. That I remember. I came across a story before. If I'm not mistaken, from high school, you went straight to filmmaking, or you were already in college when you started filmmaking?
I was already making mga short, parang video, ibang YouTube short films. Pero siguro the first, like, if you consider like the first film festival, siguro I was 16, 15, yung Threshold and Camera.
Wow.
I think yung short film na yun, si Love Diaz pa yung actor ko, si Direk Love
Oh,
Diaz.
grabe
Acted
naman
in
yung
my
actor mo.
yeah. So very supportive si Love, no, sa filmmakers. And yun, parang he acted in my short film sa Gawad CCP. It's like one of the oldest short film festivals in Asia. And then eventually, I went to Cinemalaya Short Films nung mga 2008 and 9. Actually, yung mga kabatch ko dun are also in the industry na, no? Ang dami kong kabatch who, it's like sina Direk Gerald Tarog was also in the short film category.
Okay.
And then, nag-full length ako, sina Direk Jason Paul Laksamana, kasabayan ko nung recorder. Yeah, parang a lot of filmmakers start in Cinemalaya. So I was very lucky lang na I've always wanted to, make films because yung dad ko, filmmaker rin. So I was exposed really early. He never really forced me into it, pero syempre very natural na dahil na-expose ka sa cinema, na curious ka, and then you start making short films yourself kahit very low budget. And then, yun, nakakapasok sa festivals, and sometimes with the prize money, you get to fund your next short film, tas chain reaction na lang. So, very privileged na we had that opportunity.
Pero Direk, did you finish your course in college na filmmaking, or you decided na, hindi, kaya ko na to. I want to go straight to it. Parang, di ba, some athletes, di ba, ganun yun eh. They play basketball in college, just when they realize na parang they get the experience they need, they move on already. Was it the same for you?
Siguro yung fundamentals ko came from the Marilu Diaz Abaya Film Institute. So when I was a teenager, may parang summer workshop sila for short filmmaking. Parang basics siya of filmmaking, where at the end of the summer workshop, gagawa kayo short film. So puro kami teenagers noon, like I was 14. In fact, yung mga kabatch ko noon, mga naging director, like sina Gino Santos, who's parang in ABS na, parang making films na rin. So doon kami nag-start. And then I went to college. Pero when I was a freshman sa Ateneo, I had a short film that was traveling to film festivals. So I had to fly out. So hindi ko masyado natutukan yung communications course. I had to drop out kasi I got busy in traveling with the short film and then making another one. Tapos na tuloy-tuloy na until nag full length. So Actually, yeah, para drop out ako. Pero like even my dad couldn't stop me, no, when he tried to talk me out of it, no. Kasi parang siya rin eh, fine arts dropout sa UP. Kasi maaga rin siya na napunta sa filmmaking na parang siguro we just couldn't help it na we were very passionate and it took
Mm-mm.
much of our time, and it's the sort of industry rin na mas demo reel eh kaysa degree. 'Di ba?
Mhm.
Mas parang proof of concept ang tinitingnan kaysa degree. So parang I mean it turned out well no yung gamble na yun na I really wanted to pursue filmmaking full time na, and I wanted to make
Mhm.
a feature film really early.
I think no, whatever works for you talaga. Kasi some people, they really want to go straight to the work. I mean, if you have the basics, if you have the
Mm.
fundamentals, and it works for you, di ba, go ahead and do it. But others, it takes them longer. Oo.
Yeah, and I guess kasi nung time na yun, walang dedicated film course. No, it's more
Mhm.
general communication. Eh. So actually nung time na yun, we were still like doing parang math equations and algebra.
Ay, di na natin kailangan yun.
May kailangan pa rin, pero you know, buti may calculators ng mga phones. And or ano, yung line producer na bahala mag-calculate. So yeah, I mean like yun siguro if there was a more like dedicated film course like say diba, abroad ang daming ganun eh, mga very technical na film course. I think CSB no may ganun sila na talagang digital filmmaking no yung name of the course. So siguro pag ganun maybe mas na hook pa ako. Pero yun it just so happened kasi ang dami ko na rin absences when I was traveling to
Oo.
film festivals.
But the decision worked for you, and we've seen how well it has worked for you, Direk, with your successes in all your different projects.
Pero yun nga, ayoko i-encourage yun yung parang it's really up to you, pero syempre
Oo.
better pa if you have a degree para just in case na may stable income ka, ganun. Pero yeah, sometimes it can work for you nga. Ang daming filmmakers na who just went out and created their art, no?
Yun nga actually, Direk, ang tatanungin ko sana kasi alam namin your dad is Raymond Red, who's also, a great director. Sumasama ka ba dati pag siya'y nag-film, nag-shoot? Yun ba yung first exposure mo?
Very interesting na no, yung pina-active, well, full-length feature films. Kasi medyo may certain pace yung dad ko, no? Parang every 5 years lang siya gumagawa ng feature film eh. So when he was very active at yung mga Bayani, Sakay, Kamada nung 90s, mga historical epics. I was still a little kid. So wala akong maalala, like hindi ako pumunta sa set kasi I don't remember anything. Siguro yung first experience ko lang on set was mga TV commercials na sinushoot niya. Pero yun, parang we make it a point rin na siya rin, he insists na we don't really parang interfere with each other's parang work and craft. And medyo naging iba na rin direction namin. No? Mas TVC siya, advertising, and then every now and then he makes like a passion project na feature film. Ako, parang I really parang fell in love with parang genre filmmaking. Yung
Mhm.
fun of that process no, of creating movies na may wide appeal pero it has the capability pa rin na may international market na kaya i-export. So may ganun na certain subject and polish to it na enjoy namin gawin ng brother ko and ng collaborators ko.
Pero wala bang pressure? I mean, when people find out na, daddy mo pala si Raymond Red.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Pero wala bang pressure? I mean, when people find out na, daddy mo pala si Raymond Red.
I think wala naman kasi parang yun nga very different.
Kasi different.
No, yung stuff. And then parang
Okay.
ibang era na rin eh, parang streaming, 'di ba? Parang yung mga Netflix films ko parang ibang flavor, no. Parang may ganun kaming parang very wide appreciation of what cinema is and cinema can be, no. Ayaw namin lagyan ng labels or anything, parang mainstream or art house or indie. No? It's just more of like, we just enjoy the process of filmmaking. We watch all kinds of films. Like when I'm in a film festival, di ba? We would watch yung mga yung nasa competition with us na very mas European subtitled foreign films, no? And when we're here, I'll watch the MMFF entries, and then I'll watch Hollywood films. I'll watch Squid Game on streaming, di ba? Parang we just love films in general as a family. So parang ang sarap lang na parang we're surrounded by that and exposed sa cinema, and appreciate namin.
Oh. So, has your dad seen The Leader?
Yes, and invite ko siya dun sa yung one of our early screenings, yung industry screening. So it's a screening for like mga critics and filmmakers. So he was there. Tuwa naman siya. Although siya kasi mas di ata siya mahilig sa horror. I mean, hindi dahil natatakot siya, pero more on siya, mas crime thrillers. So na-enjoy niya yung mga crime thrillers ko.
Speaking of your filmography, Dead Kids was actually the first Filipino Netflix original.
Yes, yun yan, na nasa platform. Birdshot was the first Netflix distributed movie from the Philippines internationally. Pero acquired kasi yung Birdshot. So like, we made the film and then they acquired it. Kaya yung Dead Kids, yun yung first original.
Na ginawa mo.
Yung may Netflix logo, yung may tudun, yung ganun, and everything.
Exactly.
So parang it has that parang Netflix sensibilities na if you look at Dead Kids, diba, compared to Birdshot. So very different films, no?
Nung sinulat mo yung Dead Kids, that was already for Netflix.
Actually, they came in mga midway, no?
Okay.
And then decided to parang interesting nito, we wanna collaborate with you. So parang midway sila pumasok, hindi siya nung idea. Kasi the idea for that was true story, di ba? Yung kidnapping sa isang university. They kidnapped their classmates. So medyo fictionalize namin, ginawa namin high school para mas feel mo yung parang hierarchy na yung kababawan pa ng school na parang may parang alpha jocks and then may levels and then nakaparallel siya with like the outside world na may hierarchy rin. So parang fictionalize namin, pero the idea was based on a true story.
Curious ako, Direk, if, kasi diba for a lot of us na hindi naman in the film industry, when we see yung ganyan, movies, Netflix, yun yung relaxation namin, diba? Paano yun para sa'yo? When you get home after a long day, will you still lie down and watch Netflix or watch a movie on TV? Or will you end up thinking of work if you do that? Ano yung form of relaxation mo?
I still have fun, of course, watching. I get entertained pa rin.
So you can watch as a fan?
Yeah, I watch as a fan. If I have to be more parang observant siguro sa technicals, papanood mo a second time or panoorin mo na lang with DVD commentary, Blu-ray commentary, or behind the scenes. Research mo na lang sa YouTube after watching the film, no? Pero yeah, I'm a film fan first before I'm a filmmaker. So I think yun naman yung nag-motivate rin sa'yo to make these kinds of films na baka rarely nag-greenlight sa atin, kasi it's the type of films na I wish I could see sa local cinemas, pero if no one's making it, then we need to find a way to make it, diba? Parang hopefully one day magagawa rin kami mga sci-fi epic or like post-apocalyptic Filipino movie, parang things na sana may gumagawa, no? And then syempre mahirap mag-greenlight, no? So we'll find a way to do it ourselves, parang kasi it's something we want to see sa local screens. So yun rin yung parang excitement doon. Yung
movie niya, yung Eerie, the one with Bea Alonzo and Miss Charo Santos, ikaw ba talaga ang nag-pitch nun directly kay Ma'am Charo, or parang you went through the regular course of pitching?
Yun, talagang chance encounter. Before Eerie, parang yun yung parang mainstream breakthrough namin, no? Kasi before Eerie, I was going through yung international route namin of pitching for grants, no? So para siyang competitive project market pitching, like how we got funding from Birdshot, Neo Manila, no? Parang nasa project market kami in Korea, pitching to producers, foreign producers, and then nagkataon nandun yung Star Cinema with Barcelona, A Love Untold, for a totally different reason, na parang commercial screenings. And then they were in the same hotel, and then na-curious sila when they saw the project market na in Bifan na may Filipino project, and then they parang met with us, and then literal na parang elevator pitch na parang 15 minutes with Malu Santos and COO nung time na yan. They liked it and we showed them trailers ng Birdshot. And then parang they were so surprised na, yan lang yung budget niyan. And then it looked so polished. So siguro na-excite sila sa mga indie filmmakers kasi we can do it for cheap. Pero polished na parang very resourceful and efficient kami with studio money. No? So anyway, natuwa sila na parang nag-exist pala yung parang subculture na to of grant films, that we have to pitch to richer countries for cultural grants to develop our cinema, no? And then nagkataon lang na nanalo kami sa BIFAN as best project against other foreign entries. Tas mas lalo silang na-excite na pag-uwi nyo next week, wala kayong ABS. Tas yun, first time ko pumunta like ABS ever. Tas diretso agad elevator to the penthouse. And then I had to parang thesis defense to pitch to Ma'am Charo, who was the CEO, and then ended up being actress in the film kasi parang na-excite siya sa project and role. So, yun, parang medyo chance encounter. And then yun, where parang nagkataon lang na it was a big hit. It made, I think, 220 for a R-rated movie. So parang medyo unprecedented ng time na yun. So parang na-excite sila lalo.
Mahirap ba, Direk, to be working with such big stars? I mean, like Bea Alonzo, Charo Santos, Nadine Lustre. Parang how do you exert authority over veteran stars?
Ako kasi very introverted nerd ako. So parang shy type talaga ako. And syempre nung mga times na yun, kinakabahan ako. You have to pitch to the CEO and you have to direct them. And then siguro the trick is when I'm on set na and I really have to focus, I just remember how I started and parang yung mga big stars na nagtatransform in front of me, and naaalala ko lang how I would film my high school classmates with my mini DV camera making video projects. So iiba lang yung image na and then they turn into my classmates and I'm back in high school shooting zombie movie na ketchup lang yung dugo. So parang bumabalik lang ako sa parang very passionate, genuine, enjoy the process feeling. And then when I start to direct and explain and articulate my vision, I start to geek out, no? And then I think very infectious ang passion and ang excitement. And when they hear you pitch and they hear you na you're so parang involved, no, and in love with what you're doing, you don't have to be strict. Parang you don't have to like force them na it's a job na parang authority na gawin mo to, ganun. It's more of sa sobrang excited mo, nagiging excited rin sila. And they can feel the energy na this is what we're doing here is not just a job na, it's an exciting project na we're having fun making this. Kasi I think yun yung spirit of real parang collaborative effort ng filmmaking. No? If you go back to your high school days na you just want to be parang tayo manalo ng English project natin kasi we're gonna make a short film and everyone's pulling their own weight. Yung fun na yun, yung grit na yun, if kaya mo i-replicate on a studio setting, ang ganda ng result, ang smooth kasi everyone believes in the vision na it's they're not there for work. I mean, of course, people have to work and paycheck and feed their families na. Pero parang if you add that extra layer of motivation and everyone's excited to show up, it's easy. Walang friction.
Nakaka-relate ako dun sa sinasabi mo, yung parang school project feeling. Kasi I remember like how many years of doing my job already, ilang taon na akong nasa news. Tapos parang feeling ko pa rin everyday na pagpasok ko, it's a fun school project. Kaya hindi siya mabigat na trabaho. So pag gano'n, di ba, it makes you parang excited to go to work and it makes the people around you excited to do the same thing. Pero parang ngayon ko lang now I put into words because of how you explained it, parang that school project feeling. Cute yan. Parang that's a great explanation for it.
Genuine parang energy lang na you want to do it because the process is fun, no? Hindi lang yung habol mo yung result or validation of making it, no? It's more you want to be on set, diba? That's yun yung element mo. So
and everybody na pumupunta doon, parang you're all working as a team. Hindi parang teammates kayo, groupmates sa school project. Wala yung parang hindi ako masusunod, yun.
You're also doing something new, something different. So parang na-excite kayo sa possibilities, no? Hindi yung parang you're just phoning it in na parang routine na parang this is project number 7 of the year. I mean, kailangan walang ganun na feeling. That's why you have to pace yourself, and parang kung may ganun nga na aligned kayong lahat, you pick the right people rin, no, to collaborate. And if aligned kayong lahat with the vision, then it's an adventure. It's a journey.
Direk, ano yung mga big movies, or not necessarily big, but whether big or small, but ano yung mga movies or TV shows that influenced you from your childhood? Kasi usually ganun, di ba? Parang all great directors, meron silang mga binabalik-balikan. Yung mga naging parang, that parang open their eyes to the wonder of filmmaking.
Ako medyo old-fashioned ako na baka sabihin ng iba na might be the most typical obvious choice, pero parang I think you go through those layers, no, na parang when you're fresh out of film school or you're starting to establish your name, na parang you be edgier or stand out, diba? Pero later on, once masaturate ka ng all kinds of cinema, you really go back to the classics, that escapist and fun. So Spielberg, ganon, Ridley Scott, ganon yung mga influences ko
Okay. Mga
parang
E.T. ganyan?
kung pwede lang gawa ng E.T., feeling ko hit yun sa MMFF. I mean, if E.T. was never made, no? And then you make an E.T. here na may flying bicycle. Yun ba? Kahit yung Stranger Things, I mean, inspiration nila yan, yung mga E.T. Jurassic Park, di ba? I just remember the first time seeing dinosaurs on screen, no? Yung sense of wonder and awe and spectacle, masarap sana i-deliver yun, no, for the Filipino audience rin. Nakaka-proud rin if we can create parang ambitious scaled films na gano'n. And Ridley Scott rin, parang yung mga Blade Runner, no? Ganun movies.
Okay.
Kubrick, and syempre siguro yung mga mas darker, edgier ko, yung mga Apocalypse Now na ni Coppola, mga ganun.
Okay.
Pero yun medyo yun yung mas more serious side ko. Mga crime thriller na gusto ko, like mga mas modern naman, like No Country for Old Men.
Para dami kong kailangan idagdag sa watchlist ko. Okay, ililista ko lahat yan, Direk. Pero Direk, I know you're very busy, but before we wrap things up, we'll do a quick game lang. So the team prepared like a very simple game actually for you. Eto, Direk, syempre may theme. So ang game natin is called Enter or Delete. Enter, meaning if your answer is yes, ang sagot mo would be enter. Tapos kung ang answer mo ay no, then ang sagot mo is delete. Okay. So, Direk, etong first question. Kasi alam namin you're an award-winning director, pero ang maging extra or talent sa sarili mong movie. Para mala Marvel, di ba? Stan Lee. Is that
delete.
an enter or delete? Ayaw mo, Direk? Ayaw mo
Shy type ako. I only did it once.
Okay.
I don't know if mahanap
movie?
niya sa Dead Kids. Pero it's because
Dead Kids? Okay.
Wala kasi si Direk Quark Henares, siya dapat yung DJ ng club, no, sa 2020 na club. And ako na lang yung nag-DJ. Pero backshot lang.
Okay, kasi inisip ko, may speaking line yun, wala.
Wala. Backshot lang na.
Backshot lang. Okay.
So I only did it once kasi nagkataon lang na wala yung dapat mag-cameo dati si Direk Quark, who was our producer ngayon.
So hindi na uulitin.
If hindi kailangan, no.
Okay, sige.
Ang hirap maging in front of the camera.
Tapos
Appreciate ko yung galing nila to do that.
Next, Direk, mag-travel. Is that an enter or delete?
Enter if it's free. I mean, kasi yun nga, maganda sa film festival when they invite you, all expense paid. So parang I usually just wait for film festivals pag nakapasok yung film namin to compete or screen. It's always fun, no? Pero sige, if parang like just for fun, yung mga closer lang.
Ako rin naman, kung free yung travel, why not, diba? Enter talaga, enter. Next, Direk, manood ng movies mo sa sinehan to see the audience reaction. Have you done this? Is that an enter or delete?
Enter, no? I always go sa opening day. Then para lang makita yung authentic reaction. Siyempre sa premiere, everyone's on a premiere high, and usually mga involved sila sa production or fans ng artista, no? So if you want to see the genuine reaction, you have to go to the public cinema talaga. So nung opening day, pumunta kami ng a few cinemas too. Pero like tago lang kami sa likod, no? And titingnan namin kung maraming ilaw ng cellphone if may nabobore, gano'n. Parang we just want to see the reactions na genuine.
Yun pala yung batayan, no? Oo, pag nagsa-cellphone na. How about manood ng series na maghapon?
Enter, kung sobrang interesting. Pero I rarely do it. Pag na-hook
Okay.
lang, kung talagang na-hook kami.
What was the last series na nahook ka on, Direk?
Andor and yung Star Wars sa Disney Plus, and then White Lotus. White
Oh,
Lotus sa
White
HBO.
Lotus. Okay.
Yeah, ang
Kakaumpisa
ganda
ko
nun.
pa lang. Approved pala ni Direk, so kailangan tapusin ko na talaga. Okay, next, Direk. Gumawa ng silent film.
Enter. Actually, nagawa na ako a few short films ko na walang...
Anong earlier years, younger
Yes,
years?
I've done a few parang silent films. Even nung high school, parang mga project na parang ginawa ko pang black and white experiment. Parang
Ah,
siyang lumang film. Yung may
grabe.
ganun na texture.
Kaya pa school project mo lang yun, Direk.
Uh, imbes na parang play, gumawa ako short film
Oo.
for our school. Tapos ginawa namin silent
Oh.
movie. Parang sci-fi pa, pero parang Metropolis yung peg. So
Okay,
parang
okay.
sci-fi na black and white silent film. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Ito next, Direk. Gumawa ng post-apocalyptic or Philippine period type of movie.
Enter, gusto ko post-apocalyptic. Actually, yun yung endgame ko. Gusto ko gumawa ng
Ah,
sariling world, like world building lore
wow.
franchise. Yun yung ginagawa nila, like Lucas and Cameron, di ba? Lucas with
Sa
Star Wars,
bagay, no?
Cameron with
Star Wars.
Avatar. Kasi
Oo.
you can create your own rules, di ba? You can
Mhm.
expand it, you can keep building upon it, and then eventually legacy mo na siya, and other filmmakers and creators can build upon it. So, yun yung end game.
Mhm.
And then talagang yung buong universe is just purely your imagination. No? So, yun yung dream to make
Mhm.
your own parang franchise or world.
Alright. How about to do a movie direct with the whole Red family? Whether sila yung on-cam or off-cam din sila helping you behind the scenes.
I feel like
Napap-
sabihin na nila delete.
Napaisip si Direk.
We make it a thing talaga na parang para we can be our own artist and have our own voice, na parang hindi kami
Mhm.
nag-intersect too much unless kailangan talaga. More on like
Mm-mm.
after the film is done, parang pinapakita namin sa isa't isa. Pero parang ina-avoid namin na masyadong mag-merge yung mga identities namin. No? We do our own thing and respect
Ah.
parang our own art. Na I feel like tama naman, no? So you can build your own parang identity as a filmmaker and artist.
Oh, that's nice. At least may understanding na kayo, di ba?
I think it's better kasi ang dami rin namin director, so paano yun?
Oo nga.
Magkagulo.
Nako, Direk, thank you so much for taking
Thank
time
you.
out to be with us. Especially after your win. Nako, I'm sure very in demand kayo. I'm sure, feeling ko, Direk, habang nag-uusap tayo, the wheels inside your head are turning at meron ka ng idea for your next movie. Parang ganun yung feeling ko
Series
with...
actually. Next year, series naman.
Series!
Watch out. Sports naman, sports. Yeah,
Uy,
sports.
wow!
Tagal ko na rin gusto gawa ng mga ganun na genre, yung may underdog sports and then may big tournament sa finale, yung ganun structure. Yeah. Inspirational naman kasi ang dark ng mga last films ko.
Para maiba yung flavor.
Wala naman mamamatay. Ganun. Mas inspirational.
Direk, sabihin niyo sa amin pag ilalabas na yan, come back on the show and tell us about it.
Yes.
Before we go, is there anything that you wanna say to all the people who have supported you all throughout your career, old fans and new fans who have seen your work, later na, down lang, halimbawa, dahil sa Deleter. Baka meron kang gustong sabihin sa kanila.
Thank you everyone for supporting our films. Not just mine, pero yung local cinema, ang hirap gumawa ng films dito. And lalo na nagka-pandemic, and I know parang competition na for attention, no, with international streamers. So if you continue to support local films, lalaki yung industry and we can make more and more diverse options for you. So thank you for supporting No to Piracy, support kayo yung MMFF, local movies, all kinds of movies. If you're curious, yung mga previous works ko, Birdshot, Eerie, Dead Kids, and Arisaka is on Netflix. Neo Manila is on Prime Video. And Block Z is on iWant and Amazon On Demand. Please support sa mga legal channels. And thank you. Thank you for going out to see the Deleter. Still showing in cinemas nationwide.
Direk, baka meron kang advice for aspiring filmmakers?
Filmmaking and maybe life itself, no, it's not a race, no, it's a marathon. So I think passion will sustain you. So kailangan nyo lang isipin why you started, and yun yung magiging driving force niya, yung motivation nyo. Just think about that, na kailangan genuine yung enjoyment nyo of the process, and don't be too fixated dun sa destination.
Wow, thank you so much, Direk, for that. That's that's a great way of putting it. And we just help each other along the way sa marathon na yun. Thank you, Direk. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Pia.
This surprise was planned by the team of Nikki Del Mundo and Aubrey De Los Reyes, edited by Shirley Paghiligan with the wonderful people of GMA Integrated News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till the next surprise!